Hey, ma, what do?
Hey you guys, this is Calvin Tools here. Be sure to subscribe to my channel. Be sure to click on the links in the bio. On the links we have Facebook groups and we are talking about many different Chinese machines in the groups. Also I have a rental group on the Facebook for anyone who wants to rent equipment and things like that. So be sure to follow all the links, the Instagram, everything. Thank you guys for being here with me, sticking here with me. You know, I'm kind of new to this YouTube thing.
I was kind of shy.
You know, I'm getting used to it. But thank you guys. So today we will be talking about continuing to buy Chinese equipment. As you guys know, I'm always in China. I'm always buying many things from China. I go and I invest in many things in China. So I'm always over there 3 months, 6 months. A real pretty big event that they have in China is called the Canton Fair. So I will be shooting it around probably November. Sometimes it's happening right now in March, but I couldn't attend because I had many things to finish handling, a lot of business. I will show you guys the Canton Fair when I go to China. But today we will be talking about, should we continue to buy Chinese equipment? Should Chinese equipment continue to be purchased? Should you stay away from Chinese equipment? And I will say, for me, I don't think I have a future with Chinese equipment. As you guys can see, I purchased some new vehicles here. I have the truck, the Calvin Tools truck. I have the Calvin Tools van. I have the Calvin Tools F450. That's a hook lift truck. Actually, the beds go on there. I got some pretty cool beds coming in from China. I actually got that bed from China when I went there. So I got a flatbed that's going on the truck that can haul all my machineries, and I have another bed coming in. Pretty amazing things. I'm still working on this truck. I switched the cab, so I'm still working on this truck. So hopefully I can get it done. It's such a pain, but I'm gonna get it done. So thank you guys. But today we will be talking about Chinese equipment. Should we continue with Chinese equipment? For me, I don't think I will continue longer investing in Chinese machinery, because what's going on right now is they are flooding the US market with so many machineries. The same price you will buy the machines in China for, they sell in the US. AGT is a machinery that they flood here in the US, and you can just buy these machines for like $6,000, $3,000, $4,000. If you read the messages that me and my friend in China we was having, they own a factory as well. Pretty great guy, Ivan. What he told me is like, the market in China, a lot of factories are closing down. They don't think they will keep doing business with machineries because they can't make any money. When it's so competitive there, it will be very tough for them. So for me, I don't know if I should continue with Chinese equipment, because if the factories close down, it's like, okay, where I'm gonna get the special parts from? You probably can get, what can I say, some parts on Amazon or some parts on eBay, but not all the parts. That will be the big problem. So what's gonna happen to the drive motors? You don't know. How can you get drive motors for a machine?
We don't know.
So that will be the most difficult thing. I've been to many assemblers. You guys call them factories. I've been to Dreddy, I've been to Ripper, I've been to High Top. I've been to quite a few of these assembler factories. So you have the factories and you actually have the assemblers. So it's not many factories that's actually making these machines. Like, okay, the assemblers, all they do is weld the machines. They weld in the machine. The factory is building the shell for the machine. So what happens is it's $20,000 or more to put an ad on Alibaba, which I found out when I was in China. So what happens is a lot of these smaller factories doesn't have the money to afford putting ads on Alibaba. A lot of the big factories have the money to put on Alibaba for.
bigger ads, bigger campaigns.
So basically what Dreddy does, they add more things to the machine. They do add-ons. Say for instance, they might add a hole to it. They might add something small, or they might add a new feature as far as changing the digital screen that's on the mini skid steer. They might Dreddy machine. So basically they are just adding things. They are not the builder of the actual machine. So Dreddy is not the builder of the actual machine. But for me, I think I will no longer want to buy equipment in China. I don't think so, because it's pointless. If the factory's closed down, then what would happen? Who will you talk to? So what's happening is, these Rato engines, they are not supposed to be in the US. They aren't EPA certified. So that is causing the Chinese market to be competitive with each other, because you got a lot of other suppliers. They are selling cheap machines. They are bringing cheaper machines into the US, and that is causing the factories to close down. So it's like, okay,
why would I buy a machine from China when I could get here for just as much, $3,000 or $4,000, and I don't have to ship it?
If you buy a machine from China, you have to pay $5,000 or $6,000 plus the shipping fee, plus the taxes is coming in. So Trump just raised taxes as well. So it's like, it's pretty pointless to buy a machine from China when they are selling the machine in the USA for the same price. So now the market is competitive, where a lot of factories are going to close down in China. So it's like, man, now we stuck. What I did notice in China is a lot of Chinese, they don't use the machines they build. So they only sell the machines they build. They use a lot of American brand machineries, the Cats, Bobcats, as you guys can see. A lot of Chinese use those machines, and they resell them for secondhand machineries for those who want to buy secondhand machineries. Chinese, they never use their skid steers. Their mini skid steers are none of the equipment they build. So what happened is they sell them to the US market, to the European market, to other markets around the African market. They sell the machines to those markets, and they use us as basically test. We test machines. That's why, as you guys can see on YouTube, I see Dean, he comment a lot on YouTube videos about how can he make the machine greater, what can he do. It's because they use us to test. We are basically their test people. They're test dummies to test these machines, to get them up to where they want to get them at. So they don't use their machines. If for me, it's a lot right now. With Chinese machinery, I know I was doing a job not too long ago with one of the machines, and the weld kind of broke off when I was lifting something. The weld like kind of split it on the upper part of the arm. So like, it's a lot to deal with when it comes to buying Chinese machines. They still have a long way to go developing. You could never compare a Chinese machine to a USA machine. It's just impossible. I don't care what they do to it right now. Don't get it wrong, it gets the job done to extent, but the lasting life of the machine, you can't compare it to a Dingo. You can't compare it to a Kubota. You can't compare it to a Bobcat. You can't compare it to a Vermeer. It's just impossible. And I have been dealing with these machines for like a very long time. It's just, man, I know the ins and outs about the machines because I've been dealing with these machines for a very long time. It's just impossible. It's just impossible. You can't compare a Chinese brand to a US brand. And I'm a big Chinese person. I love to buy many things. I love the gadgets. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm big when it comes to buying things from China. I love the gadgets. I love many things about buying things from China. Especially the equipment and different things you can get over there. But they do have a long way to develop still. They still have a long way to go. You still can't compare it to the USA brands. This is what it is. I'm sorry. Even though the USA brands, we know it costs extremely more. But it's more for a reason, As you guys can see, the messages on the screen, you guys read them. As I'm talking to Ivan, you see what he's saying about the Chinese market and the machines and things like that. So it kind of had me staring away from Chinese equipment for the long term. I have learned in China what happens. A lot of factories, they close down. Some might be open 5 years, 3 years, 6 years, 7 years, and they disappear, they vanish. And it's like, okay, where do I go? I'm stuck. Many of my Chinese friends, my Chinese co-workers that I work with in China, they have told me that. They always tell me be careful when it comes to buying something. You have to go to China to make sure that factory is stable. Because you have factories that's just holes in the wall and they'll sell you something. So when I go to China, I make sure the stability of the factory is there. Some factories, they open 10 years, 15 years. You have to be careful. That's the big thing. Some factories vanish. They'll vanish, rechange the name, or sometimes what happens is they will get into another industry. I have known factories that used to sell air conditioners, and now they selling cars. So it's so much things you have to learn about doing business in China. I call buying on Alibaba a blind sport because you don't know what you're buying. It's very dangerous. Even though you protected by a credit card, some people do credit card payments through Alibaba. It's not that they will take the money from you. It's that it's dangerous because in China, what happens a lot too, they make artificial parts. It has been points where they made Kubotas, they copy Kubota engines. So you think you are getting the real engine, but you are not. They copy Perkins engines. It's a lot that goes on in China that people don't know. So it's kind of dangerous if you're not there. It's just like going to a dealership, right, in the USA, right? I have to go to the dealership to check out the car. I just can't buy something that I haven't test drove. So for me, going to China was very important. Because I wanted to test what I'm buying. I wanted to see what I'm buying. I want to see who building. I want to know the person who building it. I just don't want to buy something online and I don't know, and I'm just talking to this person on WhatsApp or Telegram or whatever. That was most important for me. Yeah, but for me, I don't think, I will continue for the long run. I like the machines, but I don't think I will continue for like a long run, put long jeopardy into just purchasing Chinese machines. I think in the next 5 to 10 years, it's just my opinion. I'm not saying I'm right. I think in the next 5 to 10 years, a lot of people that's purchasing Chinese machines, they might be stuck with them. For me, 3-4 machines is okay for me for right now. I want to kind of weigh it out a little more, wait another 3-4 years just to see how it's going with these machines that are coming into the US, see the development that they are doing and make sure the factories are still around. For me, that's the most important thing. But I'm just sharing some knowledge with you guys on my YouTube channel today. Should you buy or continue with Chinese equipment? It's all on you. It's all about what you do with the equipment. It's all on you. Thank you guys for tuning in to my channel. You guys are big help, big support. I'm kind of new to the YouTube, a little shy, a little nervous, but I'm getting better. Hopefully you guys can see the progress. So yeah, stay tuned. The next video, hopefully I will show you guys the V100. Thank you guys. Stay tuned. Calvin Tools. Subscribe. Follow all the links in the bio. The next, I might just bring my piano and play a guitar for you guys next. Thank you, Calvin Tools.